Yeah, I know.
Hey.
What about stream?
Yeah, go.
All right. Welcome to Collective Week 1, Match 7. I'm here casting as Shadow with the double me, Shadow.
I'm older.
Well, that's why I said double, ding dong.
What's up, guys?
We have Prosperity versus ATL today, both interesting teams. And we're starting out with the standard ban from the attackers, or, well, actually, it's usually a defensive-sided ban, but starting out with the standard ban of Maverick. Why is Maverick an important ban on Clubhouse?
Well, you see, Maverick can just mess up every defender strategy known to man by making one little tiny hole.
The bad part is you're not wrong.
He has so much utility in that he can get off your K charge, he can get off your bandit trick, he can open a hatch by himself, he can Maverick a wall to the point that Buck can just come up and open his off wall again. He's just such a versatile operator.
Yeah, that's what makes him powerful. And then we have the rest of the standard bans of Mira, Echo, and Habana?
It's interesting to see two hard breacher bans.
Yeah, that's not what I was expecting.
Especially not from the attacking side.
Yeah, normally you see kind of see Thatcher bans on this map a lot, don't you?
Thatcher Maverick is the standard attacker ban for the defending side, but you definitely don't see it come out often from the attacking side first.
Yeah.
You really want to take a momentum into your defense side, especially since this is such a defender-sided map. You want to take momentum into your defense side by winning the minimum number of rounds, or the maximum number of rounds, rather.
Yeah, and what this means is,
Attackers need to locate
I just find
and
it
defuse
very
as many
weird
bombs
both
as they
of them
can.
Well, starting out here, and it looks like ATL has taken option to go to church first as the first defense.
An interesting choice, because typically you see a lot of teams go CCTV cache first. That's more...
It's in my opinion that church is a better site, but that's totally, that's 100% subjective.
It is, and I mean, it all depends on your strategy and how you play. I've noticed that for teams that tend to play a little bit more aggressively, CCTV tends to work better. For teams that play a little bit more passively, it's generally church that works better.
I can agree with that. The attacking side of this map, for every attack, it's going to be a different look because they only have the thermite to base off of. There's only 2 charges to open 2 reinforced walls without the Maverick or the Obana in play.
Yeah, and excuse me. I can see them going for dirt, both the Cade there, even though people pick off right there in dirt are stupidly easy. It's as simple as just proning next to a hole. And I don't. Let me check which stream, because at least the stream on my end is teasing up.
Yeah. So wow. I don't know what's happening there. What the hell? Is the stream good?
It's kind of working. Oh no, I've got both up at once and teasing up. Anyways, we're starting out with the attack, and I'm getting about 5 frames and buffering every 3 seconds, so this will be interesting. We're starting out the attack. It's already a minute and a half in, and it doesn't seem like ATL is roaming all that much.
Yeah, they're definitely doing a 5-man hold downstairs. All of them playing very passively, just waiting for the attackers to come to them. Yeah. Valkyrie looking up at an aggressive angle through the kitchen floor. Let's see if he can get a pick. Oh, misses the thermite, tags him up a little bit, but definitely intel out for the impact trick coming. That's going to be 1 thermite charge, definitely gone here. Definitely a waste of utility to start out with, and he's just doing the other charge. Okay,
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
He's a smart boy.
Looks like Jaeger took a ton of damage at the same time as well, challenging Capital on 2 stairs.
Or challenging Pit. The F2 in Pit is just a powerful gun. but it seems like he's doing his job and holding people off.
The second thermite charge went down on Moto Hatch, and Alpha Snacks onto Himiko, taking out the Legion. Only 34 seconds left in the round, so assumedly all the Legion mines were placed, but it's still man advantage towards Prosperity on this round.
I believe he still has enough. I could be extremely wrong on that, though.
Only 15 seconds left here. It's not looking too good for Prosperity to execute this late in the round, especially with smoke still in play. With zero smoke canisters remaining. Legion Mines on Twitch gets picked by Pork Sword and Itachi, both with a pick. Cynical with a pick back onto Itachi. Pork Sword, another one on Ignition. Flurry of kills coming out here, but ATL ends up on top in round 1.
Talk about a bloodbath.
That's what happens when you leave your execute to the last 15 seconds of the round.
Yeah. I think we both played enough rank to see that one, but good lord, I'd like to get more than 3 frames. I wish I could have actually seen that happen in real time, but...
Is it still that bad? I should have restarted, but...
I was buffering like every seconds. Whatever.
Refresh. Or close the other stream.
Yeah, I did already. I don't know what's up with it. Anyways, Chemo is saying the stream is laggy.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, okay.
Alright, sorry about that, guys. Some little technical difficulties there. Hopefully it's better now. And we're getting back into it. A lot of the footage got discarded at the end there with the technical difficulty, but the attack for CCTV fell apart on the side of Prosperity. It was pretty one-sided. ATL had that round pretty one-sided.
Yeah, and I wish we could have covered it better. At least I personally couldn't see anything like that entire time.
Is it good now? Can you see it good now?
Yeah, but let's wait till we get into the actual round because it was fine during pick phase. Okay. But ATL kind of fell apart. I don't see operator bans along the top.
Yeah. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Locate and defuse bombs.
I'll write down bans just in case I have to retake it. It was
Maverick, Habana, Echo Mirror. Alright, the round has begun.
They're doing a pretty standard castle setup.
Yes, castling both the gym door and the gym window to allow Bandit safety to trim. Using up a lot of soft breach utility, opening up those windows. And
with 2 sets of impact and a match or so, or the potential for 2 sets of impact, what's the Cade running?
5 seconds to insertion.
Cade is running C4.
Okay,
my man.
So with 1 set of impact, which is still way more than enough for most setups on the site, and as a shotgun, and he's not running the TPSG, so I was gonna say second shotgun, but they still have way more soft breaching. And so you've got the standard setup, and you see Cynical right there putting down the Claymore outside the strip run out to make sure they can't get forward as easily. I've fallen victim to that one, so
far too many times. Far too many times. Weird to see the Thatcher on this side of the map, though. Are they're not going for a take on? It looks like they're stacked up, waiting to open the jacuzzi wall, and Thatcher must have just spawned on the wrong side of the map.
Yep.
Though they don't have a hard. Oh, the hard breacher is over there.
We just see a pile of people right there.
Yep,
so
they're waiting.
Were to come out.
That would be very unfortunate.
That would be devastating.
Capital Arrow comes out trying to get Bandit off the wall, but it looks like he's holding firm, not taking any damage from either of those fire arrows so far. Successfully Bandit tricking the wall? Yes, he did get it.
That was really close, though.
And Ash Charge comes out opening the castle window on Jim. Is there an ADS?
And the second one's gonna come out.
There is an ADS there, so we'll see if the Ash can actually get rid of that ADS.
Successfully?
Successfully. And the Ash Charge gets zapped. That's the last of their soft breach. Twitch does have breaching.
But that's not gonna come back out.
Bandit's still holding firm, Bandit tricking that wall. It's definitely wasting a lot of time, if nothing else. Twitch turn comes out trying to zap the Bandit off the wall. Not sure if that's going to work at all, and he's going right back to Bandit tricking. Oh. Cynical juggling the thermite charge as Bandit is juggling his Bandit batteries. Reinforcement going up 2 minutes into the round.
And we are watching the comical bandit fight the comical thermite. It's the battle of comics.
It's Tom and Jerry all over again.
Seriously, though.
It looks like they're taken into logistics.
Yeah.
Weird to see a castle on logistics that stops you from retaking through that hallway.
And
Castle gets lit up by Twitch just spraying through the wall from logistics.
Himiko? That was an interesting spot behind the shield. So if you don't get a recharge, go down to the wall that's open. Oh, that's a dangerous view.
Cynical with a pick onto Salami. Baloney with an instant refrag under ignition. Thatcher going down to the smoke. Pork Sword with a pick on the Cynical. And we're looking at a 3v4. Utility, a lot of utility coming out here, and the defenders control the diffuser over by the wall of Jim.
But Aether ran in and got 2.
5 seconds
So
to
if
go.
they can manage to pitch out the smoke, they might have. They want to.
No time. Unfortunate.
Operators,
That was
you are out of time.
interesting. Did Captain Tough fly? I didn't happen to catch that.
I didn't see it either.
Oh. I just heard a shotgun shot and watched one person drop off the board. But Prosperity, they're just attacking so slow. They need to pick up their pace and actually.
They're definitely waiting a little too long to execute here. Let's see if they can change anything up with the second set of bomb sites. If you guys didn't know, the way the competitive rule set works is once you win a bomb site as a defender, you have to wait 2 rounds before you can go back there. Since the rounds are, you do one side 6 times and the other side 6 times, since there's no overtime in these matches, ATL will defend 6 times in a row, already using 3 of them, but now that they've won all 3, their original site is unlocked again,
By attackers.
and they're going back to church.
Which I'm still intrigued that they win church first. That's interesting. Oh. But they. Prosperity is attacking a bit slow, so if they could pick up their pace by maybe 15, 20 seconds, they could
Attackers have
easily
discovered the location
take
of
a
a
round
bomb.
off the board.
What I would like to see here, will ATL adapt their defense strategy? Will they throw a roamer upstairs because their attack was already slow enough? Throwing a roamer upstairs could just throw a wrench in the whole plan to speed it up. Will they actually do that, or will they maintain their 5-man down strategy that we saw last time?
Looks like they're going to maintain the 5-man hold. So what's Salami do? Salami and Baloney on the team. That's interesting. Salami's going upstairs as the Valkyrie. Interesting, because normally you would see the Jaeger do that, and then the Valkyrie would then hold blue.
2 ADSs beyond blue. It looks like the Jaeger's going to hold up shop here.
He says, try to grenade me. I dare you.
I dare you.
Although it seems
That laughs in Thatcher.
Laughs in Thatcher. You have to worry about grenades now. Oh, but it seems Prosperity is only droning up there, which is smart because drones are faster than people. But now that they know the Valk is up there, they're gonna have to. Oh,
Valkyrie contesting with his Monty. Monty with no attackers to back him up. 1 in garage, but that's quite far away.
2 in garage.
Oh, and a pick. Yeah, pinch ready. Twitch gets the pick. The Twitch of Alpha Snacks gets a pick onto Salami. Looking good, looking really good so far for Prosperity here. Their attack has sped up by a lot. And Kaid coming out with a trick on this hatch. Something we didn't see last round.
Attempted trick.
Well, there's no way to trick a thermite charge if it doesn't go up in time, especially with Thatcher on board.
But it seems like they're gonna opt the blue hatch.
Yeah, the blue hatch is going to get open. They're trying to push that Jaeger out there. Where is the Monty? Is the Monty pushing up in blue right now? He is as well.
The Monty's also just kind of standing there, man.
And a solid throw from the smoke of, I don't know what his name is, Pork Sword, onto the Monty, dealing a little bit of damage.
But ultimately, I think that was a much bigger loss for the defense than it was for the attack.
I have to agree. Here comes out the second smoke canister, dealing another 15 damage to the Monty, but it's not worth the utility, especially with this much time left on board.
Monty thinks off his shield, does 15 on, and that's the smoke out. He's out of smokes.
That is really, really bad for ATL here. With 51 seconds left in the round, no smoke canisters remaining, That's the only utility besides Legion Mines they have to slow down the plant. Speaking of Legion Mines, Monty steps on one, dropping him down to about 50 HP here. Impact Grenade coming out, not doing anything to anyone. Cynical gets picked by Port Sword. There goes your Thermite. Not much utility left here. The Thatcher, the Ignition missing his shots on the Baloney, playing it behind a shield inside of Moto. Port Sword with another pick on Alpha Snacks, and the round is starting to look better for ATL.
That's your F2 down. And as we established earlier, the F2 is destructive.
No diffuser in hand. Legion Mines coming out on Monty playing by himself over here. Monty gets picked by the Legion. Not sure what the line of play there was, leaving just Ash in a 1v4 with 4 seconds left, and Baloney gets the final pick onto Aether. Round 4, 4 rounds in a row for ATL.
You're so monotone.
I know.
Come on, liven up the party a little bit, man. Or am I gonna have to, like, are you gonna be the bland to my excitement? Come on, man! Come on!
So what do we think went wrong there for
Ultimately,
Prosperity?
I think they just fell apart at the end. There wasn't enough communication, and they didn't have the ability to actually pinch out people like they needed.
I'd have to agree.
Had the Ash stayed blue side and opened up one of those soft walls so like Monty could walk through it, I think they would have had a much easier time, because then you can use the Monty to pinch people out.
Bombs from being defused by
It was looking so good for Prosperity there to start out with. An early pick onto the Valkyrie, losing a C4. All the smoke cannons just wasted with still a minute left on the clock.
I think it was like 50 seconds. Potato, potato.
Potato, tomato.
Potato, tomato, really? Really? But it's... I don't know. They just fell apart. I believe maybe their IGL wasn't heard, or maybe he wasn't calling. I don't know. I don't even know who their IGL is.
Neither do I. There's a lot of things that can happen in this game that you just... We don't know it as spectators what's going on with their communication, so we can only guess as to what happened.
This is one of those moments that makes me want to wish wish we had one of those Pro League things where you can get in all their comms.
Well, the casters can't get it on comms anyway.
Yeah, I know, but like I'm thinking back to, like, I think it was the Raleigh Major where Intero and Kicks would just like listen into comms and be like, oh yeah, that's what's going on.
Capita opening up the hole in the garage door to allow for the arrow to stop the bandit trick. See if they can get that wall open any faster than they did the round before. Bandit is not currently on the trick. Thatcher going out, taking out 2 bandit batteries. The bandit has made his way back over to the wall. And 1 thermite charge going down here.
I don't understand how people try to counter the bandit trick like that. It just doesn't work like that. Anyway. And your Capitao is seemingly slow. You're gonna waste your second...
And the second thermite charge goes down. That just looks like a lack of communication here. Definitely banning the hard breach is probably not the play for Prosperity here.
Well, I believe Prosperity banned them.
Cynical missing his shots onto Itachi. That was a free pick, and he only takes about 25% of his health damage. Now he's gonna kick the thermite and diffuser down. Diffuser down in bar. Only a minute 33 remaining.
Oh, when the Jaeger strikes back.
Okay, Intero. Tachi missing his shots into this drone here, and he gets picked by the Capital. Beautiful shot by Chicken.
Hey, hold on. I have a bone to pick with you now. You're the monotone. You're Intero. I'll be the kicks to your Intero, okay? I'm gonna get slapped later. Please help. They're pushing up the stairs, main stairs, and Ignition trading shots with bandits, but ultimately missing.
Taking about 25% damage himself.
Yeah.
Smoke canisters coming out here early again, only 1 remaining with 45 seconds left.
It makes
Himiko onto Aether, and there goes your entry fragger.
Yeah.
Doc spraying through the wall, but gets hit himself. Ignition, what a shot. Himiko with another pick on Alpha Snacks. Leaving just the Capitao and the Thatcher at very low HP. Holy moly coming out in chat. He was surprised by that shot just as much as we were. Capitao with another pick on his Samurai, leaving only full health Smoke and Mozzie. Neither, with the Mozzie having a C4 is the only utility between them, but only 10 seconds left. Is Prosperity going to take the first round? Himiko with a triple kill, and here comes Smoke fighting the Capitao and Himiko to finish it off. 5 in a row for ATL.
Himiko, that's an interesting name. I kind of like that. Anyways, I digress.
Beautiful rotate by Himiko there. Finish off the round.
Yeah. But the aggressive rotates work on that map a lot, or on that side a lot. But again, they started to have it, but then their communication ultimately just fell apart. I'm wondering if maybe like 1 or 2 people on Prosperity are getting tilted, and that's just causing an issue with the entire team, or if ATL is actually just outplaying them.
Their communication definitely broke down there in that round. You can see because the Capitao didn't even fire a fire arrow at the Bandit to get him off the wall, and the Thermite still places both of his charges down, loses both of them.
Hey, Twitch Elite. No, anyways.
Attackers need to
I'm sorry.
locate and defuse
I've got
bomb.
small things like that. Oh, like if I see running if I see somebody running a black ice on a weapon I have to, I just like, I just immediately respect that person more.
Anyways, back to the game at hand. Going back to Jim for the second time, a 5-0 scoreline for ATL. It is a defender-sided map, but Prosperity has to win this round. If they don't win this round, ATL guaranteed themselves a point, guaranteed they can't lose this game, and Prosperity is going to have to come back winning 6 in a row on their own defense.
Well, this is also a fairly defender-sided map. I expected to see a 4-2, not a 5-1.
Attackers moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
It is concerning, and Prosperity has to be concerned about this. Although they did bring out the Jack.
And Thatcher once again spawning on the wrong side of the map. Are we going to see the stack outside of Jacuzzi Wall this time? Are they going to be successfully able to stop this Bandit? Thermite going for an Arcade charge coming out on that wall, but Thermite falling off with his charge intact. Oh, nope, the charge is not intact. Rip. There goes one Thermite charge already, making Bandit's job infinitely easier. Bandit takes out the Twitch turn as well.
They only have one chance to trick now, and they don't even have the ability to open up with those castles. So, although they did bring out the Jackal, which is...
Reach charges on Jackal.
You know, sometimes, man, you swear you've seen it all.
And then something like that happens. The fire doing a slight bit of damage to Salami here.
A bomb has been located.
Is the charge down on the wall?
No.
The charge is not down on the wall, so very well played there by Cynical. See if he can actually do anything with the charge now.
Check in on Cynical. I think the thing got destroyed.
Yeah, you'd be correct. Please disregard any undeserved compliments.
Here we see Pork on the stairs. I'm wondering if the Cynical is just gonna walk up the stairs into a loving arms with a shotgun, or if no, is he gonna? Be
Seems like he's running around with a chicken with his head cut off right now.
Okay, yeah. No,
Aether with a pick onto Baloney, taking out a C4 of the Maestro or the map. Kate.
Every time I hear you say that name, I hear you just hesitate and want to say Baloney.
Yeah, I do. English is dumb.
Read red and red. Anyway,
Bomb diffuser has been
Itachi with a refrag on a Cynical. There goes the Thermite. No utility left on the Thermite, but only 58 seconds left.
It's not a Claymore.
Maybe a flashbangs. I could be wrong.
No,
It looks like Prosperity is just man without a leader, like army without a leader. It's Himiko with a pick onto Ignition outside the window, and no refrag coming out, even though there's 2 more attackers sitting right there. And he's peeking it aggressively again. The Twitch going for an aggressive peek on him. Aether.
I feel like if the... Do these guys even have an IPO? Because ultimately their tactics aren't represent... Is Jackal in sight? What?
15 seconds remaining.
Jackal is in sight. And he loses the fight to the smoke.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser. Attackers have dropped the bomb.
But it doesn't... Once again, there's just no communication on the side of Prosperity.
Yeah, like...
Jackal has got it in sight for at least 15 seconds. Neither of the attackers remaining had the diffuser.
I'm so confused.
I don't even know what to say now. Well, let's see if it works any better for Prosperity on their defensive side. ATL has locked up at least 1 point since there's no overtime in these games. All you have to do is reach 6, you're guaranteed a point from the draw. Reach 7, you win. It's match point. It's not looking good for Prosperity at all. Even if they somehow manage to take a couple of these defense rounds, all they have to do is make one mistake, and it's over.
Although, if they do manage to pull it back into a tie, you have to give them, like...
I will give them massive props for being able to pull it back a 6-0 into a tie.
Yeah, and although the Montaigne coming out on the CCTV push...
With no Legion in sight.
Yeah,
oh, never mind, there is a Legion in sight. I am incorrect.
Well,
there's a Legion right there, he's right there.
He's invisible. They're invisible. No Legion
Hackers.
in sight. But with the Legion out, but Monty can so easily just push up those stairs and say, "Hi, I'm gonna pressure you right now," and make it so you can't look away from it. Greatest strength of Monty, right there.
With the new Monty changes, that's not really true anymore, though. You can look away from a Monty, you know it's going to take him at least half a second to pull out his pistol.
Yeah, but there's always the chance of the hip fire.
Fair enough.
5 seconds remaining.
It looks like Prosperity is just as confused here on their defense. Their setup is taking so long. Not many reinforcements have gone down.
Although they've gotten the important ones. They got the 2 main ones.
They got the ladder wall.
So ultimately, do they have garage reinforced? I can't tell.
Yeah, no. Neither of garage panels are reinforced. Neither is this one up here.
They've got most of the important reinforcements down.
Monty just face checking this door with a shield.
No, I see Baloney's drone in there.
No, I mean, yeah, but he's Monty, so he can face check.
He is the human drone.
Device is going dark.
Is the Capital in position to do it? No, Capital is in far off position to help the Thermite here, but the Bandit getting hit by something. What on earth damaged Cynical?
The fire. If you do it
Did he shoot a fire?
Yeah. I've done it before.
Okay.
If it's far enough back and you aim it high enough, yeah, you'll hit that. Oh, he's dead. Cynical's dead.
Neither Cynical or Himiko. Cynical hitting his shots into Himiko. What a shot! Yeah. Baloney with it, a refrag on the ignition. There goes your Legion with a lot of time left. That's not very many Legion mines placed, and I almost guarantee you none of them were in garage. Capital probably has a free pick on Cynical here. Yep, and a free pick from Pork Sword onto Cynical, clearing up garage for the Montaigne.
There you see just there you see the strength of Monty. It's just, you can't do anything. Although, I say that, and we watch Monty get his butt tased.
And then the Monty blocks the follow-up shot, but the smoke goes down without expending any of his canisters. A minute 20 left on board. Huge man advantage for the side of ATL. It doesn't look very good for Prosperity.
Toxic babe, not in position. I'm sorry, I had to.
And the diffuser successfully planted. Alpha Snacks with the C4 into Itachi, though. There goes your Thermite. Not that he's much use besides just being a gun. Oh, and a Claymore through the drone hole, taking out Aether.
The oldest trick in the book.
1v3, Capital versus Thatcher, Montaigne. And the Montaigne taking a mess of damage, and he gets killed by the knife, but the immediate refrag on the side of ATL, and that's the game.
Yeah, I mean, there you saw the dominant strength of Monty pushing through the garage. Especially with catwalks like that, there's just nothing.
There's not much you can do. You can't outmaneuver him. You can't.
The only thing they might have been able to do is if he had saved the C4. I mean, that's also Monty's greatest downfall right there. The C4.
The C4 was also wasted by Cynical trying to get the Monty earlier in the round.
Yeah.
All right, time to start this interview. See who we're getting.
I think both teams are leaving before we can get the interview off. Okay, what?
You can go. Interviews left.
Oh,
So,
okay.
really good game for you guys. 7-0.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good start to the season.
Yeah, we're patiently awaiting our game. We had a couple people that had some work and stuff to do, but now that we finally got our game going, we're happy with the result.
I don't see how you could be not happy with a 7-0 result.
Yeah.
Unless you're the 0, of course.
Yeah. But what do you think happened? What do you think went wrong with Prosperity? Like,
sorry, go ahead.
were they just like sloppy? Do you think it was their communication? Were they just losing their ones? What do you think it was?
To be honest, so we're a relatively new team, and I felt like they dealt with a lot of the growing pains that we did in the beginning. Like, for example, the very first round we played, they droned out everything. They knew exactly where we were. They knew where our roamers were, and they did nothing. Like, we did the same thing when we first became a team. I don't think it has anything to do with their skill. I think they're a pretty good team, but we did the same thing. It takes practice and scrims before you realize that once you actually drone people out, if you don't act on it, then you're just getting information just to talk to each other, and it's just a conversation at that point. If you're not acting on it, that's what makes it competitive, is when you're droning out each other and playing off, call outs and stuff. It seemed like they were just droning us out just to know where we were and then leaving it at that.
Yeah, you have to definitely act on the intel within like 10, 15 seconds tops. But you're speaking of the communication between them there, and from what we see, there wasn't much communication there. A lot of times they would have a Capital in position. He wouldn't fire the fire arrow. Thermite would put his charge down anyway, immediately get zapped off by the bandit of Salami.
Yeah, there's another play where we didn't reinforce one of the bottom garage walls. It was, frankly, it's a strat that we had for this is one of our best maps. Clubhouse isn't one of our best maps, but it was a strat we had for if Habana's still in play, we just reinforced that one wall because we had an extra. And he ran up to the soft wall right next to Harry Potter in bottom garage. And I was Kaid on rafters, and he could have easily bolted me and killed me, or bolted me and at least made me move. But he shot both the bolts at the bandit, and then
it didn't. I don't think either of them hit.
Yeah, I don't think it killed. I know it didn't kill Bandit. I don't know if it hit him or not, but he also never called me out on rafters, I assume, because Thermite rushed in. Oh, excuse me. He rushed in the breach and never even looked at me. I just ended up getting a free kill off him. So,
I mean, hey, you can't complain about a free kill, man.
yeah.
But they just didn't look like they were communicating well. Now, what was your team doing so right, though? Especially on those defensive side.
Well, me and my team, we have a phrase we like to use. We're absolute units. We are, under every circumstance, we are a unit. If one of us dies, a piece of the rest of us dies. You know what I'm saying? We're more than a team. We're family. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think that if they had a little bit more of that team mentality, it seemed like they were playing solo a lot. Any time they got a kill, it had no effect on the round. We played Cash and they killed the Kaid, which was once again me and Jim, or I was in Cash, but we were holding Jim, and they had the man up and did nothing with it. So I just think that they'll be a much better team once they play together. I assume they're new. I don't really know if they are or not, but they didn't play like they were used to each other. It didn't seem like individually they were bad, but it seemed like they weren't used to each other. Just my impression.
Yeah, I don't personally know much about either team, so. But having been in comp long enough myself, I can attest to how many different things could cause that. There could have been an IGL change or a major roster change,
which I believe both happened. I could be mistaken.
I don't know. I'd have to double check with the Aether. But it seemed like you guys were just communicating well. Your communication was better, and you were winning your one.
We didn't see much on your attack since there was only one round of that, but definitely it looked like there was communication there, and it was a little choppy on the Monty and Capita playing together in Garage, but it all worked out for you guys in the end.
Yeah, we're really proud. I think that was I think with most teams, frankly, because defense on most maps is, give or take, it's a little easier. But I think that, and it takes less coordination to defend the right way. Not that it doesn't take coordination, but it takes less. We're really proud of the way our attack has come through, and we're we're much better than what we used to be, and we just started being a team not too long ago. But like I said, we're an absolute unit. You know what I mean? We're no donuts, so but we do go nuts.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. I'll give you that one. Yep. All right, man. Well, I appreciate the interview. Good job on your game, and see you all next week.
Yep. Thanks, gentlemen. See you guys next week.
You have a good night.
You too.
And with that, Game 7, with that, Game 7 is concluded, as is Week 1, correct?
No, I believe there's one more game on Saturday.
Okay. Go with his word, not mine. But we'll see you guys back here next Saturday, or you might. I probably won't.
You guys have a good night.